Good. Okay, so I'm mixing color.
Equal parts of ultramarine and green.
No, 4 parts ultramarine to 1 part green.
Gotcha.
And then take a little bit of that mix out and mix it 1 to 1 with burnt umber.
Okay, mix, mix, mix.
Then I'm going to cut that puddle in half and I'm going to mix that in with white. And it's there's probably twice as much white as there is the mix. All right. And that's going to give me a gray. The gray is a little greener than I'd like, so I'm going to add a little bit more blue. And I might have to add a little bit more brown.
And then take a swap of that, mix it with white.
Yep.
Okay.
That's much better. So it's an overcast day that that this painting is reminding me of. I'm going to add, okay. Where did I go? Yeah, that's coming through well. Can you see those colors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My last mix is very green.
Add more blue and a little bit more brown. Mine was too.
Right.
Which is good for the water. We're going to do a lot of work on the water. We want to start out with quite a bit of grain in it. Now I have 2 puddles like this, and I'm going to make one of these puddles even lighter. Okay. See the gray? All right. And one of these puddles is going to be even lighter. And that's going to be our sky. Vaughn, what time is it?
It's 8 o'clock, 10 past 8 in the morning.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Oh no, it's great. Really good.
Need a rag.
I thought it was going to be much lighter, earlier than that. There.
And then you're going to make an even lighter gray. Is that what you said?
A lighter gray. So we have a dark brown, brownish, bluish mix, and then we have the green and blue. Then we have 2 shades of gray, and that's what we're going to start with. Then you're going to put out a puddle of ultramarine blue and a puddle of white.
Wait. Oh, shoot. I just got a pen inside that paint. And ultramarine blue.
Yeah. Where did we go? Here we go. That's good. They're all the way over there.
And I got to make my lighter gray.
Yeah, I think it was 80 today.
Cool. It's 80 here too. It's been 80 all week long. It's wonderful. It's my kind of weather.
Oh, that's hot, but it's turning year.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 80. I'm not crazy.
No, I believe you because it was
Still
70 in Michigan,
78.
70 in Michigan, which surprised me.
Yeah. Okay. Let's make sure I wasn't losing my mind. Sometimes it's a good thing to lose your mind, you know? Yeah,
I do that.
girl.
I do that a lot.
What, honey?
I lose my mind a lot.
Do you?
Yep.
Now we're going to start at the top and work down. Let me know when you have your mixes.
I'm ready.
Wait a minute. Let me go like that. Nope. Nope. Wrong way. Of course. So you're in fall, aren't you?
Yes,
Now, do your trees change color?
not here, not where I live, because it's subtropical. Pretty much everything stays green. There's
Oh, okay.
there's one tree which is called a liquid amber. I don't know if you have similar, but some people grow. It's a beautiful tree,
Sounds beautiful.
and it does change color.
Mhm.
It's the only thing around that does. Otherwise, we're all green, 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 green.
Yeah, my daughter lives in San Diego, and they don't change color. Although they grew cherry trees, and they did lose their leaves off their cherry trees. She also grows citrus outside. Okay, can I get started, or are we still mixing?
No, you can go.
You ready, Yvonne?
Yeah, I think so. Not
Okay.
sure about McGray, but we'll find out.
And we're not going to worry because we'll just make adjustments as we go.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Okay. So we're going to go into the lighter gray first.
Do we dip our brush first in the stuff?
Terpenoid.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Do we do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Why is that so dark?
What size?
Okay. So
What size brush have you got there?
14. Half 14.
Oh,
You have a 14, don't you?
I should have.
Yeah, I think you do.
I grabbed my 16.
You can use a 16.
Yeah.
And I'm going in with this lighter gray. And I'm just, I also go into white if and we're just going to bring that across the sky. So we're blocking in the sky. And yes, I use my Terpenoid as a medium.
What?
And it's not even. This area up in here where the land mass is in the distant isn't even. It's uneven. And if you make it even, we can just adjust that as we go. Now, I'm gonna zoom this out a little bit so you can see everything. Now, to me, I'm gonna add a tiny touch of ultramarine blue, okay, onto my brush, and I'm gonna put that in to the sky just like that. See how that I'm doing that?
Yep.
And this doesn't have to be solid. All right, the sky can be varied. All right. And if you want it a little lighter, just add a little white to it. We're working in oil, so you can just blend it right in. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Now I'm going to go over it because I don't want brush marks. I don't think it has to be emulsified, but I don't want brush marks. In other words, this area over here might be a little lighter, and that's okay. This area might be a little darker, and that's okay. But you don't want brush marks. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I lift up on my brush. I lift up on the pressure on my brush and skim my brush across the surface. There. There.
Cool. That looks pretty.
Yeah. I'm going to go into the darker gray now with my 6. I'm using a 6.
Don't
And I'm
dip it in
just,
water.
no, I didn't.
No, I'm telling myself if my water's sitting right here.
Okay. And I'm going to just put that in. All right. And it's uneven.
In the darkest, the
This
first
is
one we mixed,
pardon me?
the first one we mixed, or
No,
you got
no,
brown?
this is the gray. We have 2 values
the
in gray.
gray. Okay,
This
the
is
gray.
the darker gray. No, we're not into the blue yet, or the blue green.
Well, I got some on my brush.
And it is varied, and this isn't done. Yeah. Stand up my brush so that I get a nice straight horizon line. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to clean my brush off. And then I'm going to go into white.
Okay. Wait a second. Wait.
Now, when I go into white, I'm going to just tap it in here and there. Okay. It's going to lighten it way up. See how much? No, you can't see that.
Can't see it.
Why can't you see that? There you go. You're going to go into white and you're going to lighten some of that up, and it's not all going to be the same lightness. All right. See, this area is a little lighter. This area is a little darker, and that's good. Okay. And I'm just tapping it. There's some texture in it. Now this is oil, so it's going to dry true to color. So if you still want to add some more white, you can do that, or you can look at it and add it next week. We're not going to be done tonight. You guys are okay with that, right?
Yeah.
This isn't going to be one session.
Just took a shower and now I got paint on my arm.
That's all right. Paint's good for you. Just don't put your fingers in your mouth. Now, you know what I'm going to do is I am going to put out a little bit of brown. Burnt umber. That's burnt umber. And I'm going to add a little bit of brown here and there. to this back area. Just tap it in. It's going to be pretty light. We want to keep this area light. You just want to add some variation here and there. And just tap in some of this brown. Yep, it's Bonnie's birthday week.
What's she doing? Having a party?
You know, her and her husband are in Key West.
That's Florida, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. They go to Florida for the winter, but
Oh,
they're in Key West for her birthday, which is quite a ways down. So they're there for the week, I think. I'm going to clean my brush off again after I put that in, and I'm going to add a little bit more white here and there with my 6. My granddaughter's coming up the stairs. And just
So
tap it
she's
in.
staying with you? She's with you right now?
She came for dinner.
Ah,
They're having dinner. There we go. And we're just tapping that in. Here and there, not everywhere. And that's going to be good for tonight. And then we're going to look at it as we build everything because it's going to have a relationship with the water. You're not ready to leave already, are you? Did you have supper?
Dad, but food because I don't really
Oh, well, Dad will have to figure that one out, all right?
like it.
What's he doing?
Making me pasta.
Okay. All right, honey. There we go. Now, I'm going to let that be for now. And I'm going to start to put in the water. Okay? And I'm going to go back in with my 14 or 16. Am I going too fast?
yeah.
Okay. Then I'll just chill.
Okay. I think I got too much brown on my.
Just add some more white to it. Do you want me to look at it? No, I can't do that. Just give me 1 second, honey. I don't think you do. I think you're okay. And you can add a little bit more white to it if you want.
Yeah.
If you are really uncomfortable with it, add some more white. It's not something that can't easily be corrected. And just tap in the white here and there. Look at mine. Hold on.
Yeah.
See how
Okay.
it's varied?
Yeah.
Just tap
I
in
know.
some white.
Okay.
It's important to not over blend it too.
It's my problem too.
Addison comes here a lot, my
Okay.
granddaughter.
it's
That's
lovely.
nice. That's nice.
Yes.
It
It
is
is nice.
very.
Now, do you have grandchildren living with you? Pam?
My grandson lives upstairs. Yes. He lives upstairs with my daughter and her husband.
Yep.
So he yesterday kept bopping his head to my open window and chatting with me.
Nice.
So yeah, I love him to death.
That's great.
I'm ready whenever you want it.
Okay, I'm gonna go into Turpenoid. I'm gonna hit my brush on the paper towel. And this is
What
gonna be a
size are you
little
using?
unusual.
What size
We're
are
gonna
you
go
using?
into the dark gray and we're gonna
What-
streak that across just
What
like
size are
that.
you using?
I'm using a 14. You
A
can use a
14.
16. R14. You don't want to use a small brush for this.
Okay. And we're in the
All
dark
right.
gray.
Yep. And then I'm going to go into the first mix that we made with ultramarine blue and green. And we're going to streak that in also.
So you
It's not
started
going to
with
be
the you
what?
started with the dark gray.
I started with dark gray.
Okay.
And we're now going to put in this greenish blue. At a
Where's
rising line, I want to keep that nice and straight. There. Then I'm going to go into ultramarine blue. And we're going to put some of that in. And back into the gray, darker gray. There. And I am going to try to hold on to my line drawing there. Now, see, once I get that water in, that back land mass looks much lighter. There we go. A little bit more ultramarine blue. And a little bit more gray. There. We're going to continue this around the rocks. I do want it to glide across the surface, so I added a little bit of turpenoid to my brush. There we go. A little bit more ultramarine. And we're going to bring this all the way down. I'm using both the mix with the green and the ultramarine.
Does your
Yeah.
granddaughter paint?
She does.
Aw.
But she paints with glitter.
Oh,
She does paint. We have painting days.
oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. She doesn't paint in oils though. All right. Now, I am putting gray in too, darker gray. And I'm going to put a little bit of brown in. Here and there. Along with the ultramarine blue. What the brown is going to do is it's going to dull it down just a little bit, which we want to do. And I'm going to put it in a couple of different places. Yeah, that's good. Now this is the darker areas of this ocean. Now I'm going to go into the lighter gray and we're going to lighten up back here a little bit while this is still nice and wet. All right, this is further away. The colors are going to be duller and they're not as, the darks aren't as dark and the lights aren't as light. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Now that back land mass that we did looks really light now because of the darkness, which is good. We want it to look really light. Okay. I'm going to go into, am I going too fast?
Yeah, I haven't got that far yet.
Okay, I'm going to take a break. Oh, if I take a break. What, dear?
Alrighty. No, that's
What?
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a little break.
Say goodbye to your granddaughter.
Oh, she's downstairs. They're having dinner. She didn't like supper. She didn't like what I made, and I made this. I went to a lot of trouble to make a chicken pie.
Ooh, that sounds good to me.
It was
Yeah.
good. I cooked up the potatoes and the carrots and the chicken, and then put crust on top of it. And how can she not like that?
I know. That sounds delicious.
It's because she's 12.
You can cook for me anytime.
I know.
I made a salad.
My husband says it's very easy to cook for. Just feed me, honey. Just feed me. Just make sure you feed me. How'd you do at your show this weekend?
Bad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, but I mean, people were just not buying. A lot of vendors said the same thing, that they did not do well.
I have to tell you that the people are nervous about the economy.
Could be.
What?
Could be. That's what
Yeah,
my
I think
daughter said too.
I think
they
so.
are.
When things are not good with the economy, people are careful about what they spend.
Yeah,
Well, I
they
think,
are.
I think so.
But I thought it was quite a coincidence as people came, they saw that picture and they go, "Oh, that's Noble Lights."
Yeah, that's great.
And I said, "Yep, that is."
Yeah.
Yours is bluer than mine. I might have too much
Well,
green.
we're not even close to being done.
Okay.
Let's take a peek at what you got going on there. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah, you want to add a little bit more ultramarine blue to that.
Okay.
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 Can get you to have a look at mine, please,
Yeah.
Maureen?
There you go, honey. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's looking good. You need to add a little bit more ultramarine blue too.
Down in here.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
How big are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
I was going to do a 9 by 12, and then I decided I noticed I had this one, which I think is 8 by 10.
No, honey, that's not 8 by 10. That's 11 by 14, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's big.
Oh, yeah, you could be right. I didn't measure it.
That's all right. It's going to be beautiful. Now, the one thing I want you to do though is that I want you to make sure that when you transfer the birds on, they're a little bit bigger than what the line drawing is.
Oh, okay.
Can you increase the size of your pattern?
Yep,
Okay, just a little bit. Let me think. I have to think for a minute, okay?
I can do it on the printer or
Yeah, you want to increase the size by 20%
20%.
on the birds, okay?
Right. Okay.
And I think it's really good that you don't just stick to the size I tell you and that you use the sizes that you have. No, that's not right. There we go. That's right. Oh, is this going the right way, Pam?
Huh?
Is this going the right way?
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Very good. You're a star for today.
Pardon me?
You get a star for today.
Mm-hmm.
I keep having to dip into that terpenoid because it's so dry.
Okay.
I don't know if my canvas is dry or what.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go into white. Okay. And I want to lighten up certain areas right in here. Can I keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. Right in here, I'm going to really lighten this up. Really lighten it up. And I can add a little bit of blue to it so that if it's too green, and soften that out as it's coming down even more. All right. This area right in here is probably a sandbar. It's much, much shallower than in here. Okay. This area right in here around these rocks. So the water is going to be much lighter. And like I said, you can add some ultramarine blue to that white to make it a super, super light if it's too green. There we go. And we're going to soften that out. Now, it's really important that you not have a hard line when you come out. That doesn't mean that we won't add some more dark next week, but you don't want a hard line. You don't want to fight a hard line. See how I softened that out in here? Lifted up on the pressure on my brush and softened it out so it blended out. There. I did add some more ultramarine blue to the white. Yvonne, do you go to the beach?
We do sometimes, yeah, but I'm not keen on being in the blazing hot sun. I'm a bit
Oh,
fair.
I love it. I love it.
I'm a little bit fair, and we've got a very high ultraviolet. Is it ultraviolet?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the one that causes, skin problems. Up here in Queensland, it's known for that. So I do try to, but yes, we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All righty. No, I think that's good. You can see that. Now, you see over here, there's some areas that are a little lighter than other areas. That's okay. But I don't have a hard line. I softened the line out. You see that? There.
I love the water.
Me too. We live on water. We live on a great pond. It's a
Can
great
you
pond.
swim in it? Can you swim
Size
in
fit.
it?
Pardon me?
Can you swim in it?
We can most of the time. We couldn't a lot last summer because there was a bacterial outbreak.
Ah,
But my kids swam in it the whole time they were growing up. And we had a very hard winter this winter, so I'm hoping that's going to be one of the benefits of that hard winter.
yeah.
Is that because we have had numerous really super mild winters for this area
Oh, okay.
for probably 5 years in a row.
And that
But
doesn't
we
help with
not
the
only
virus.
got snow and we got cold, which I'm hoping was really good for us environmentally.
Yeah.
It's lovely having the swans there.
It is. And the swans come in the summer. And well, they don't come in the summer. They really come. They've come. They come. And in fact, we haven't seen them this year now that I think of it. They come during ice out, which is the end of March.
What does that mean? Ice out. What does that mean?
It means that the pond is losing all its ice.
Oh, right.
And the water is coming back. Now,
So
if you
they
look at my water, there's no real stop gaps. You see that? Even though it's not emulsified, there's still it's blended out so that it's softened out into one into the other. You see that?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they haven't been here this year. But it's a great pond because of the size of it. It's not big enough to be a lake, and it's bigger than a standard size pond. You can boat in it. We boat in it.
Ah,
I was wondering about that.
Yes, you can boat in it.
So how deep would it be?
Pardon me?
How deep would it
That's
be?
not my wheelhouse, honey. I have no idea. I know that we don't have trout, so it's not that deep.
Okay.
It's not 10 feet. It's well over 10 feet. I don't know. I can look it up, maybe. Can I look it up?
Yeah,
You
look
know
it
what?
up.
I have a iPad right here because I'm not going to mess and lose my Zoom.
Oh no, don't do that.
That would be a problem. Bless me. Nope, don't want to do that. Okay. All righty. Where do I want to go? I want to go here. All right. I got to tell you something, and this is not, I don't know how good this is. But this whole AI thing that comes on Google
Yeah.
is really quite educational. You can really look things up. I bet AI will have it.
Is that what does it? Makes your searches?
Hart Pond in Chelmsford, Mass. is 91 to 93 acres. It's 20 to 22 feet deep.
Ah,
Well, that's deep enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like if you were swimming.
Yep. This
don't start.
largemouth bass, perch, and pickerel.
Oh, how did the fish get in there?
I don't know. That's not that. Do you want me to look that up?
No, no, that's all right. If it's a pond, it doesn't have access to the ocean, does it?
Well, it doesn't have access to the ocean, but it has it does. It is fed.
Oh, is it?
In
Oh,
other
look.
words, there's a it's fed by, I don't know if it's a brook. It's not a brook. Um
So they can't I suppose the eggs or whatever come down through there.
yeah, they can because they come through the brook. Do you know what I mean? In other words, it has a waterway that's connected and it's also spring fed. And I don't know how
Yeah.
the fish get here. Okay, now you have me wondering. Okay.
uh-uh. Mhm.
It's thinking. Through a combination of natural methods such as waterfowl transporting sticky eggs on their feather and flooding during
Oh,
heavy rains that connect the pond to streams and rivers.
well, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to start the rocks. What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah.
How you doing on your water?
Hope I got it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
probably need a bit more blue in it, but I'll get there.
Let me see.
These oils are a different,
No, I think you're getting there. I'd add a little bit more blue.
okay. But at least I can do it later if I want to, can't I?
Yeah, let me see, Pam. Nope, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
We're going to
Okay.
add more lights and darks.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Alrighty.
What I want to do, I want to get the rocks in,
Okay.
and then we'll detail. No, I don't want to do that.
Stop. You can't jump up here today.
No.
No. Go. Go in the other room.
Okay. So we're going to put out burnt umber.
Go.
We're going to put out 2 puddles of burnt umber, and we're going to put out raw sienna. All right, I have to do something here. Okay. See, we've got burnt umber, and raw sienna. And then in this puddle, we're going to mix 1-to-1 with ultramarine blue. Okay, so this puddle is going to be burnt umber and ultramarine blue. It's going to make almost a black, but it's going to be beautiful.
Okay. You said mix what with it? Ultramarine?
1-to-1 approximately ultramarine blue and burnt umber. All right, which is going to make a very dark color.
Okay.
And then you have burnt umber
Yep.
and raw sienna
Right.
out.
Maureen, that was burnt umber, raw sienna, and then ultramarine blue with the first one.
1 second, dear.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
So the three that we put out was burnt umber, raw sienna.
Yeah,
And then we added ultramarine blue to the first burnt umber.
that's right.
Is that all?
Yes,
With the
there's 3 puddles out.
Okay.
And I use a separate palette.
Yeah.
Still too big. Kidding me? All right, just give me 1 second here.
No problem.
Okay, I'm going to use a 10 chisel blender.
10 chisel.
A 10. Just a 10. Okay.
10 chisel blender. It's a 12.
You're 10 out of your set.
Okay, I'm looking for it. 8.
Now we're going to start with
I don't
burnt umber.
I don't have a 10.
Do you have an 8?
I have. I can't tell what that is. Can't tell what that says. I have, yes, I have an 8.
Use an 8.
Okay. No, that's a 6. Okay.
Okay, we're going to start over here and we're going to pull at an angle. See how
With
I'm pulling at an angle?
Which color? The
Burnt umber.
burnt
We're using
umber.
burnt umber right in the beginning.
Okay.
And we want to make the edges up here a little rugged. All right, and if you can't get that right away, don't worry, we'll get it as we go. Okay, but they're pulled in this direction. And I don't use a ton of paint. All right, you're going to create texture in these rocks. And then you come out here And then the water comes in here. We're not going to worry about the waves. Burnt umber. And see, I just tap it in along that line. And then pull it down. And we have another little inlet here. Now, I have to tell you something. These rocks are in Algonquin. And if I went back to shoot this picture again, because I used photography as a reference, the rocks would be different this year. There we go.
I shape my rocks different than yours.
That's okay. Are you pulling them though in this direction?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that's great. And they can be different shapes. We just pull it in just like that. Now at this point, except for the seagulls, we'll have all the color in tonight, so you can see the relationship. Can you see how much lighter this back landmass looks now with all of these colors in?
Oh, yeah.
That's the relationship of the lights and the darks. There. That's good. Then I'm going to go into raw sienna, and I'm going to bring in some light. We're going to add some white. All right. Raw sienna, and then touch into some white. There we go. Here we go. Not too much white. If it gets a little chalky, we can just add some more raw sienna. Chalky means dull.
Okay.
There we go. And it's not exact. It's like messy. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're seeing the whole thing. And I pull from, I'm going to clean my brush off, but I'm going to make sure that I get all the terpenoid off my brush too. And we're going to pull from underneath. There we go. And we don't want it to be perfect. That's the one thing we don't want it to be. We want it to be varied. And I'm just pulling it, trying not to overblend it. There. Now, next week, after this dries out a little bit, when we put the raw sienna back in over the lighter areas, it's going to look golden, and that's what we're looking for.
You know
I
what I had
am
to
going
do
to
to
take
get
some of the real dark and carefully put some real dark in some of the areas of the peaks, and then pull down and lift up on the pressure in my brush. And I don't do it across every peak. Okay, I do it here and there. And I want to keep it rugged. I want to keep it rugged. I don't want it to start to be over worked. I don't want it to be too smooth. Am I talking right? Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean by that? You want to
don't
keep
want-
it rugged. You don't
Right.
want to over blend it.
Right.
Yeah. There is some of this really dark that comes down in, and we might have to get some of that in next week because it's got so much paint on it right now. It's just going to mix.
I can see what you mean about the size of the surface that I'm using.
Yeah.
Because when I look at those mountains in the background, they look so much further away. Whereas for me, they don't look far away at all. Never mind.
No, we're not going to never mind. I want to see. Oh, I see what, yep. They don't look as far away, but I have to tell you, it's going to be beautiful, and that's what counts. Because we're going to put in a big wave, and your wave is going to have more action down in here, and it's going to work.
Oh, okie doke, that's good news.
Now listen though, bring it back up. Okay, see where the rocks are, right? See where the rocks
Yep.
are? Okay, below the rocks, there's a really light area of water.
Yep.
You have a hard line where the white light area meets the darker area. You
That
want to
one?
soften that. Yeah, you want to soften that out.
Okay.
And it's oil. You can do that easily right now.
Yep.
So you can either bring up the dark or bring down the light, but you need to soften it out so it's not a really hard line like that.
Okay.
Mine's the
Okay.
same way. I got the hard line too, so I'll have to soften it out.
Let me see. Yeah, you want to soften out that hard line. You're working big too.
9 by 11, 8, what is it?
11 by 14.
It's 9 by 12.
Is that 9 by 12?
Yeah, I had it marked on the back.
Oh, it looks bigger.
I started to prepare the 9 by 12, and then I thought,
Yeah.
oh gosh, this looks really big. But I can see now why you did say that.
Yeah. It's going to be beautiful, and that's what counts. It's going to be a little different, but it's going to be beautiful, and you're going to work a little bit differently on the wave that comes in.
Right.
Okay.
You and your rocks, Maureen.
I know.
I love them. I really do. I'm becoming obsessed with them.
Are you?
Yeah. We drive past sometimes when we go to an area near us, there's a lovely row of rocks but they've been put there, to create what do you say? Like a barrier, to keep the water from coming in certain.
Okay.
It's a man-made thing,
Uh-huh.
but the rocks are like some of the ones Maureen's got. And every time I see it, I've got to stop and take a photo. We haven't yet, but I will.
I'd love to see them.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been taking lots of pictures of the flowers we got blooming so that I can maybe someday paint them
You can.
someday. I got too much to do.
I like when I can to photograph clouds
Oh,
because they're all different.
they are.
Yep, they are. Oh, I did think. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we'll get any more snow this year.
I don't think so.
I don't even think Roxanne will get any more snow this year. I think we turned the corner. Although I have to tell you, I remember when I was a little girl, we got snow on Mother's Day one year. Oh, my poor mother, she was crying.
In Michigan, one time I was going to Canada with my kids for spring break, and it was snowing then. And a friend of mine always plants her annuals during Memorial Weekend, and it snowed after that.
Oh my goodness.
So she lost all her plants.
I bet she did. And that's a pretty safe weekend to be planting.
I know. Oh, where we worked long hours.
You worked long hours in what? One planting?
No, and where we worked.
Oh,
We worked
yeah.
for the same company.
All right, can I keep going? We're going to do just a little bit more work in the water. What do you think? All right.
Okay.
I'm going to go into ultramarine blue and I'm going to add a tiny touch of burnt umber to it to dull it down just a little tiny bit. All right. And right in here, I'm going to hold my brush way back here and I'm going to come in and I'm going to start to bring in a little bit more dark.
ultramarine blue and what?
You're going to have ultramarine blue and you're going to add a tiny touch of burnt umber to it. All you're trying to do with the ultramarine blue is dull it down just a little bit. There we go. Ultramarine blue and a tiny touch of, just a touch of burnt umber because we don't want it to be brown.
Right.
There we go. We're going to add that in right there. There. And we're going to soften it out. And then we're going to bring some dark in down in here. And we can go all the way to the black, which was burnt umber and ultramarine blue, right in there. Some more ultramarine blue up in here. And it's mixing with the colors that you've already got on your palette. There we go. Now we're going to have a whole relationship thing again. All right. I'm going to take a super clean brush, 6, and I'm going to go into clean white. And we're just going to begin the process of bringing in some of the whites. Okay, so I'm going to go in like this, and I'm going to just tap, 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 tap. This is only the first round. It's not going to be super white, and I'm tapping it in because we're looking for texture. All right, long here, and then
Sorry, what
soften
color
it
was
up.
that?
What?
What color was that, Maureen?
White, titanium white.
Okay.
And then over in here, we're just going to put this in the water and some streaks of white. And they're really streaky. Tap, tap, tap in here. These are waves. When we get down here, we'll do the waves a little bit differently. These are waves that are crashing on the rocks. All right, and then soften out the whites. Tap, 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 tap.
Go away.
Soften out the whites.
Go away. Sorry.
What?
Sorry, I tell my cat to go away.
Tap, 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 tap. And then soften out the whites. Now see how streaky my water is in there? And we really wanted to maintain that streakiness because it's that texture. And tap, 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 tap. All right, and then over in here, we're only going to do one of these tonight. We're going to go in right in here, and we're going to go on the chisel edge of our brush, and we're going to barely touch down, and we're going to put in that little bit of a wave right here, but it's a really small, tiny wave.
You tapping it?
I am tapping that. Just give me 1 second, honey. All right, and see how irregular it is?
Is that what you're doing right there, is tapping it in?
Yep, I'm tapping it in.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. You have a great time to visit, all right? Huh? I will. I will, honey. I love you. Now, what I want to do is I want to go like this. And I want to go like this. See how I did that? It's really irregular.
Okay, I have mine straight.
All right, it's irregular and it's tapped in. And you're looking for that texture. Now, if you look at these crashing waves, they're not done. They're only begun. See this?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what they look like when they're done, but these are just beginning. All right. There. No. There we go. We have most of it in there. There. And I'm just softening out a few areas on the rocks that I'm seeing that look a little off to me. That's all. There.
Hmm.
And the wings of birds. Would you ever think that you'd get fish eggs on the wings of birds?
No.
You get what?
Fish eggs on the wings of birds.
I never heard of that.
Neither did I. My husband probably has. He's a fisherman.
I would think they'd seed the um, water with eggs or fish eggs. But I
What
didn't know.
would?
Didn't know that birds carried them.
Yeah. They probably eat them and they get stuck on their wings. Yeah, that's probably true. I never thought of that. Now, this week, what you want to do is you want to, oh, I didn't want to do that. There's brown on there. Um, You want to let it dry, and then you want to put on your line drawing for your birds
Okay.
and your wave. Sound
You know
good?
what I have to do to get it to dry? Because my
What?
apartment's in a basement. So, and my craft room's in the basement. I have to
Yeah.
stick it outside.
Okay. The only thing you have to be careful of, and I know this because I've done it, is especially at this time of year, this is oil. You have to be careful of pollen.
Oh, that's already passed.
Pollen has already passed?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, most of it has, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know you were that far ahead of
Oh,
us.
yeah. The trees are done pollinate, are done dropping their pollen. Thank goodness, because my car turns green.
Yeah, but my car hasn't started turning green yet.
Oh, you got a lot more white on there than we do, than I do.
Okay. I wasn't going to do any more tonight, okay?
Okay.
I really want this to dry out.
Yeah, I gotta, tomorrow or Thursday, I gotta get the other one up to par.
Yep. Roxanne won't be here this week, I'm sure.
Even even though you know you're going to lose the person you love, but it's not the same. And once they've gone, it's a terrible grief,
It
just the
is.
Yeah.
same.
You know, and I have to tell you, my dad's been gone a long time. How long has he been gone? He's been gone. He's been gone probably 22 years. And every once in a while, he just waves back into me. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
My mom does that. I just, sometimes I think, God, I wish I could call her.
Yeah.
And then I call my sister instead.
First year, I think, is the toughest.
Yeah.
Um, it was a year for me with my dad that was really, really tough. Um, and um, but he does every once in a while, he just waves in. Um, sometimes when I'm in crisis, he does. My daughter was in a really serious accident. Um, probably about 8 years ago. And I really felt his presence because I kept telling my son, I can't do this. I can't do this. God can't ask me to do this. And she was in ICU for about a week.
Uh,
And he kept telling me, you have to do this. And honest to God, I felt at times my father just breathed strength into me from heaven.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I was comatose for about 6 months. And
Oh, wow.
they put me in an induced coma because I was so sick. But my brother had passed away the year before, and my dad passed away the year before. And I swear they came to see me, and my brother was sitting in a chair, and my dad was standing behind him. And they said, Pammy, It's not your time.
Wow.
And I kind of held on to that.
Yeah. You've had a terrible loss this year, Yvonne.
Well, last year was very bad with my brother dying, and
Oh,
he took his own life, and that
oh, that's
um,
sad.
I never wished that for him. He was seriously unwell with a chronic lung condition,
Ah,
and he was a very strong-willed man of 85, and he decided, and the police came to the door, and I knew what they were going to tell me, but we sat down with them, and they said, it looks like suicide. I said, oh, no,
no.
Peter would never do that. And he didn't argue with me. He said, oh, well, that's kind of what they're looking at. Well, there was no doubt. There was absolutely no doubt about it when I found out what he did.
It's a shame.
Dreadful. But
Yeah.
if it had gone to hospital, he could have died with more dignity, But he was a very stubborn individual, and I couldn't.
When you're struggling like that, it's sometimes
Oh,
an easy escape, which
for
is
sure.
unfortunate that people think that. No, I'm sorry, Yvonne, that
Yes.
happened.
I'm glad you're painting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I started painting not a year and a half before I was diagnosed with cancer, and honestly, that was the one thing I just never took my mind off. Every week after chemotherapy, I'd think, oh God, it was terrible. And I think, oh, I can't wait to get back into class. That was my focus.
Mm-hmm.
And it helped me a lot.
That's
Yeah.
good.
That is good.
But there's others that go through worse.
A friend of mine that comes here to paint on Mondays just went through treatment. She went through radiation and chemotherapy,
Yeah.
and she looks good. She looks good.
Good. Good.
But she didn't see anybody for about 4 months. She didn't want to see anybody while she was going through the middle of it.
Oh, it's very hard,
Mm-hmm.
but you just keep. Well, with the treatment I had, I was all right for 3 days after it, and then after that, you're really rotten. You can hardly walk or
Oh,
whatever. And then 5 days later, you're back to normal. So I would cook. I would cook our meals and freeze them, ready for the next round. But it's very hard. It is hard.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, did you have to go every week?
Every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Some people go every week.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends, I suppose, on what the cancer's doing. And I had ovarian cancer, and of course, that's a naughty one. But they're all naughty. They're all bad.
Yeah.
I had ovarian cancer when I was 30.
Did
Did you
you?
really?
Yes. And
Holy mackerel!
That's
I was
young.
fortunate because I had told the doctor I was divorced at that time. I'd just gotten divorced. And I said, I want my tubes tied. And he says, I will not do it till you're 30. So the minute I turned 30, I made an appointment. And he touches my belly and he says, you're pregnant. And I says, not unless I'm the Madonna. And so he got a real puzzled look on his face, and he sent me to ultrasound, and he said, "Yep, I had a huge tumor in there."
Oh my God.
So I had a complete hysterectomy. So I didn't
Did
have
you
to have
have
my tubes tied.
And because now there's a theory that the ovarian cancer actually starts in the tubes.
Really?
That's a theory that they've got. That
Oh,
it travels from the tubes through and then into the uterus or wherever else it's going.
well,
Wow.
you had ovarian too, didn't you? You said,
Yes,
yeah, that's what I had.
mine was advanced,
Okay.
stage 3.
They kept
Which,
saying I was very, very fortunate because I didn't have to go through chemo or anything.
oh, you were. That was
Yeah, it
early.
was just after a couple years after my daughter was born.
Wow.
So, and then I didn't think anything of it. I thought, okay, what about it? And then I read the Rita Radner story, and I cried because I thought, oh my God, that could have been me. I hadn't made that appointment when I did.
Yeah. It's a pretty sneaky disease.
Yeah,
You've got it before you know it.
yeah.
The first thing I noticed was my trousers were getting tight around the middle.
Yeah, I noticed that
And
too.
I thought, oh, for God's sake, I'm putting on weight. Why?
I had
Well, that was,
pains too. I had pains too.
yeah.
So I just got.
How are they coming? Yeah, they're looking good. Let me see yours, Yvonne. Yep, they're looking good. All right. I'm going to get going, all right?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now
And
that
I'll
we have
see
spilled
you
our guts
both
out to
Thursday
you.
night, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay.
Yes. See you for acrylics.
Yes.
Okie
All
dokie.
right.
Thank
Have a
you.
great couple of days.
See you then.
Bye, Pam.
Bye, Yvonne.
Lori. Bye bye.
Bye-bye, dears.
Bye bye.